Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to say, call Allah Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakwadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and blessings and safety to the sincere Akim pushing his word in truth and sincerity. Shalom to the very few Akwaf that listen and learn as well. Shalom to the confusion of face, Israelite foreigners that listen and learn as well. And just coming back with another lesson. And we're going to go into Ishmael, all right? We're going to go into, the things that Ishmael did to the children of Israel, all right? And this lesson is going to be titled, Ishmael, the Arabs will pay as well, all right? Because, we always focus on Esau, Edom, you know? I mean, there's a Akim that have done lessons, going into Ishmael, the Arabs, and what they have done, the Arab slave trade. But you know, Lord willing, I'm gonna do more lessons. All right, going into the other heathen nations. You know, having us in captivity and atrocities they did to us. All right, because all nations had us in slavery. All right, and all nations are gonna pay for that. All right, the so-called Chinese, all right, the Moabites had us in captivity, all right, along with the Hamites, all right, the real Africans, all right, because the Israelites are not Africans, all right. We don't descend from Ham, we descend from Shem, all right. But without any further ado, let's go ahead and get into this lesson. I'm gonna go ahead and get a clip, and we're gonna read a little bit of this article and finish off with some scriptures. Lord willing, this is edifying.
Of the Atlantic slave trade. But today, I wanted to bring our attention to an event that also disrupted African history.
Oh, and just to quickly say, this video is called "History of the Arab Slave Trade." All right, but it's this brother, he doesn't know he's an Israelite, so he has a Hamitic African understanding. All right, but these weren't Africans. All right, these were the Israelites that the Hamites, Salaki, that the Ishmealites, the Arabs today, all right, the modern day Arabs, had in captivity. All right, they were selling the Israelites. They weren't selling. Hamites. All right, the Hamites were involved in this roundup. All right, they were involved in the slave trade with the Arabs, and it tells you that. Uh, tells you that in Amos. All right, and we're gonna hit that up.
An event that some may even consider much worse. And as always, if you want access to sources, courses, exclusive videos, or if you simply want to support the home team, you can do so on patreon.com. The link is in the description box below. The Arab slave trade began when the Arabs first invaded North Africa in the 7th century. The Arabs' first entry point into North Africa was, of course, Egypt. The general Amir ibn al-As invaded Egypt in December 639 with a humble force of 4,000 men. According to the sources, these men belonged to the Arab tribe of Ak and partly to the tribe of Gafik. The troops also included some new converts of Roman and Persian soldiers. Ironically, the Muslim Caliph Omar, after allowing his general to leave to conquer Egypt, was having second thoughts, because he thought they surely couldn't conquer Egypt with a measly 4,000 men, so he wrote a letter to General Amir. If you receive this letter when you have already crossed into Egypt, then you may proceed. Allah will help you, and I will also send reinforcements as may be needed.
All right, and that's what these Arabs felt justified in doing what they did. All right, because they prescribed to the religion of Islam, which is going off. All right, which is going into the worship of a stone, man, which is an idol. All right, but it goes back to Satan. You see, they worship the Kaaba stone, and they believe in in Allah. All right, they believe that the Quran tells them that they can, go into different countries. All right, pillage, murder, and ransack the different countries. All right, and take slaves and take the women as booties, as they would say. All right, concubines and female servants. All right.
The Arab general crossed into Egypt, received the letter, and proceeded to conquer the country. This was merely the beginning and the origin of the sweep across North Africa in the Arab invasion. The Arabs would then go on to conquer the Byzantium territories of Tunisia and western Libya, an area the Arabs themselves called Afriqiya. From their base in North Africa, early Arab rulers such as Aqba bin Nafi would impose a tribute of 360 slaves on whatever region he controlled. This tradition, of course, continued to develop and rapidly expanded into a much larger demand. To keep up with this demand, slaves had to be taken from further south, places like Mali, Senegal, Chad, and even northern Nigeria. After slavery was firmly established and very profitable, it became a sort of free-for-all for the Arab Berber Muslims. The 12th century Jewish traveler Benjamin of Tudela recorded that Arab slavers used to take wheat, raisins, and figs to the western Sudan, spread them across the ground near suitable settlements, and then seized and enslaved unsuspecting Africans as they came looking to purchase or inquire. This method.
All right, and right there he's going off, but you would have the Ishmaelites, all right, the Arabs. They would go to the Hamites, all right, because those are the modern day Africans, all right. The all right, the modern day Egyptians, all right. Those would be the sons of Ham. But you have the Ishmaelites. They would go to the Hamites to purchase Israelites, all right, because Ishmael uh, Ishmael was sent away, all right. Him and his mother Hagar, all right. The Most High had Abraham send Ishmael away because the Most High he didn't choose Ishmael. You see, he gave him a blessing. All right, he told him he would be a great nation. All right, he would have wealth. You know, palaces. All right, he would have princes, things of that nature. But he wasn't chosen by Yahweh Shemel Shai. So this caused resentment. You see, this caused hate. All right, towards the children of Israel. All right, and they wanted payback. You see, but what you Ishmaelites don't understand is that you're gonna have to pay as well. All right, for touching the Lord's people, man.
It was rare, but it just goes to show the lengths that Arabs would go to profit from the booming slave trade in North Africa. Large numbers of Africans were sent north, generally to serve as domestic servants or slave concubines. It's been estimated that from the 10th to the 19th century, some 6,000 to 7,000 slaves were transported north each year. The journey across the desert was, of course, absolutely brutal, and many Africans perished along the way. According to Henry Hamilton.
All right, many Israelites, to correct the brother. All right, many Israelites perished along the way. All right, these Ishmaelites, these Arabs, probably wasn't given giving them water. They were using these long spears to probably stick them if they would get tired. They had you see a whip right there. All right, they were beating, all right, and sticking and spearing these Israelites, man. All right, but there's going to be a payback for this. There's going to be a recompense for this. All right, even though we broke the laws and statutes of the Heavenly Father Yahweh. All right, and He allowed you heathens to take us down. All right, and put us in slavery. You're gonna have to pay. All right, because you went above and beyond. You went too far, man. All right, and we'll end this clip, and we'll go ahead and get this article really quick. All right. 10 facts about the Arab enslavement of, they got to put black people, the Israelites, all right, because we're not black. We're different shades of brown. Israelites, people not taught in school, all right? And this is left out, man. It's always uh, Esau, all right, being the main target, which the spirit is always on Esau, all right? Why? Because he was the actual brother of Jacob, man. So Yahweh Shimon Shai has a personal bone to pick with Esau. The number of people enslaved by Muslims has been hotly debated topic, especially when the millions of uh, Israelites, not Africans, forced from their homelands are considered. Some historians estimate that between AD 650 and 1900, 10 million to 20 million people were enslaved by Arab slave traders. All right, and this is lowballing it. It was way more than that. All right. So you Ishmaelites, you got a lot to pay for, man. All right, and you're going to pay very very soon, man. Others believe over 20 million enslaved Israelites alone have been delivered through the trans-Saharan route along to the Islamic world. Dr. John Elim Bala Azuma estimates in his 2001 book, The Legacy of Arab Islam in Africa, that over 80 million more Israelites died over the route. All right? And all you Arabs, you Ishmaelites, you're going to have to pay, man. You're going to have to pay for that, those Israelite lives being lost, man. All right, reading on. Arab enslavers practiced genetic warfare. All right, so the Israelite men couldn't reproduce, couldn't bring forth more Israelites. All right, and it tells you about that in Psalms 83. How the nations came together to cut off the Israelites, man. All right, and how do you cut off a nation? You cut off the males. All right, you keep the males from reproducing to cut off the line. The Arab slave trade typically dealt in the sale of castrated male slaves. All right, so they would take the Israelite men, and is going to explain. We'll keep reading on. Israelite boys between the age of 8 and 12 had their scrotums and penises completely amputated to prevent them from reproducing. All right, 8 and 12, man. So these are very young Israelite boys who had to endure such horrific procedures, man. All right, you having your balls and your penis cut off, man, at the age of 8. All right, that's horrific, man. And you damn Arabs, you musty ass camel jockeys, man. Hey, when Yahweh Shemel Shai raises men up, all right, we're gonna through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel Shai, we're coming, man. We're gonna come after you, man. And y'all and Yahweh Tzazah, man, I'll be one of those men because you Arabs, you're very proud, all right. I used to work for some Ishmaelites, uh, uh, for a company I worked for, all right, and it was owned by Ishmael, all right, and they're the most proud and nasty people, man. All right, very very nasty people, especially toward the children of Israel. About 6 of every 10 boys bled to death during the procedure, man. All right, so hey, man, you Ishmaelites, you got a lot to pay for, man. According to some sources, but the high price brought by eunuchs on the market made the practice profitable. All right, so this was all about money. All right, and when we get the dominion, all right, we're gonna be we're gonna be selling you heathens as well, man. All right, you're gonna be building our kingdom up. Some men were castrated to be eunuchs in domestic service. All right, that's torture, man. All right, you cutting a man testicles and penis off, and having him guard the women. All right, you got these women all dressed up, looking all nice, but you done cut the man stuff off. All right, that's torture, man. And the practice of neutering male slaves was not limited by only Israelite males. All right, we'll we'll end it off on there. All right, and if you wanna continue to read this, this is on the Atlanta Black Star. All right, the Arab slave trade, the the atrocities and the things that they did to the Israelites, man. All right, but there's gonna be payback, and we're gonna go ahead and get those scriptures, man. And this is Amos 1:3, and it reads, "Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, for 3 transgressions of Damascus." All right, and Damascus is Syria. All right, and the modern day Syrians are the Ishmealites. All right. Uh, Matter of fact, I got it queued up. All right, these will be the modern day Syrians. All right, you got Syria, Iraq, Syria, Turkey. All right, and you got Iran. These are all pretty much Ishmaelite uh, areas. All right, countries. You got Turkey. You got Esau. There's Esau mixed in as well. All right, amongst these Ishmaelites, but this is mainly uh, Ishmaelite countries, man. All right, as you see, these will be Ishmaelites. All right, this will look like a so-called Arab who runs your 7-Eleven. You see, these are the people who along with Ham rounded up the Israelites. All right, to sell them to Esau. All right, and you Ishmaelites are gonna pay a heavy judgment. All right. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, for 3 transgressions of Damascus, and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof. All right. So Yahweh Shemel Shai, he hasn't forgot what you Ishmaelites did to his people. All right. And he's not gonna turn away the punishment. You see. And what's the ultimate punishment is when he sends his son Yahweh Shai back. All right. That's the ultimate punishment. Is him sending his son back to destroy you heathen, all right, and to cart you off into slavery, man, because they have threshed Gilead with threshing instruments of iron. All right, verse 4. But I will send a fire into the house of Haziel, which shall devour the palaces of Ben Hadad. All right, and that's why you see all those Arab countries being bombed and being destroyed, man. All right. Yeah, Yahweh Shemel Shai, he's used Esau his sword to cast judgment upon Ishmael. All right, but there's going to be a greater judgment. All right, there's going to be a more even heavier punishment. Is when the Yahweh Shai, the destroyer of the Gentile, returns, man. All right, he's gonna destroy you nations. All right, starting with the nation of Edom, but he's gonna visit you Ishmaelites as well, man. All right, you're not gonna escape. You're not gonna be let off the hook. All right, verse 5. I will break also the bar of Damascus. All right, you Ishmaelites, and cut off the inhabitant from the plain of Avan, and him that holdeth the scepter from the house of Eden, and the people of Syria. All right, so it's getting even more clear. The people of Syria. All right, let's go ahead and get that picture back queued up. All right, the people of Syria. These people, the Ishmaelites. All right, your so-called Arabs. all right, your Iraqis, you know, same people. And the people of Syria shall go into captivity unto Ker, saith the Lord Yahweh. All right. So you Arabs, you're going into slavery, man. All right. And that's gonna be your judgment. Along with your buddy Esau Edom. All right. Along with your buddy Ham. Because of those Hamites, they like to call us Katis, all right, which means cotton picker. You see, in these Arabs call us a bib, all right, which means slave or servant. All right, you're gonna pay, man. Oh, and got some more information. Aram or Syria, the nation. All right, so they're speaking about a nation of people, the Syrian or Armenian people. All right, no, those Armenians are Ishmaelites, man. All right, a descendant of Shem, because the Arabs are Shemites, all right, as well, along with the Israelites, as well as the Edomites and the Moabites as well. All right, but Yahweh Shimon Shai chose the Israelites, and you Ishmaelites put the people of the Lord in hardcore uh, slavery, man. Obadiah 1:15, and it reads, "For the day of the Lord Yahweh is near upon all the heathen." All right, you heathen, any nation outside of the nation of Israel is a heathen nation. All right, and you Arabs are gonna pay, man. The day of the Lord is upon you. All right, that's why you just had that bomb go off in Beirut. All right, which fucked a lot of you Ishmaelites up, man. All right, the day of the Lord is near, man. As thou hast done, all right, you did all all these atrocities to the children of Israel. All right, as thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. All right, you're gonna get punished, man. Thy reward shall return upon thy own head. All right, so Yahweh Shemel Shai, he's gonna pay you back. All right, for everything that you did to his people, man. And this is Joel chapter 3. All right, and we're gonna start at 3. All right, verse 1 and 2 is going into Yahweh Shemel Shai bringing the nations down to be judged. All right, which we're seeing happen right now. World War III. The valley of decision, man. That's going to be the judgment of you heathens. Verse 3, and they have cast lots for my people. All right, and that's what you Arabs, you dusty Arabs did. All right, you along with the Hamites rounded up the Israelites and sold them to Esau, the so-called white man. And I've given a boy for an harlot and sold a girl for wine. All right, and that's what these Arabs did. These Ishmaelites did. They had our women as concubines. All right, and they sold along with the Hamites. They sold our women to Esau, man, for guns, wine, that they might drink. Yea, and what have ye to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon? All right, you Hamites, and all the coast of Palestine. All right, you Ishmaelites, you Arabs. Will you render me a recompense? All right, so Yahweh Shemel Shai, he's asking you, are you gonna pay me for what you did to my people? And if you recompense me, swiftly and speedily will I return your recompense upon your own head. All right, and that's Yahweh Shemel Shai is he's gonna pay you back, man. He's gonna visit you. All right, and how is he gonna visit you? By sending his son back to put a foot in your ass, man, to pay you back. Verse 5, because ye have taken my silver and my gold, and have carried into your temples my goodly pleasant things. All right. ransacking the temples, all right, taking holy things. The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians, all right, the Grecians, the Edomites, so-called white people, that ye might remove them far from their border, all right. So you Edomites, you already know you gotta pay, all right. And hey, that payment is coming back real soon, all right. And we'll end it off on here. I don't want to make this lesson too long. But this is Revelations 13 and 10, and it reads, He that leadeth into captivity, Salakia, shall go into captivity. Or you Arabs, you Ishmealites, you led the children of Israel into captivity along with the Hamites, man. All right. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints, all right? And that's what the saints, the Israelites, are waiting for. You know, we're waiting. We're patiently waiting, man, to get our lick back on you heathen. All right. And when is that going to take place? Ultimately in the kingdom of heaven. All right. Because we don't have the power to execute that judgment now, but in the kingdom. All right. And when even before the kingdom, all right, when Yahweh Shem El Shai raises men up to be those hunters, man, you're gonna be visited. All right, you Ishmaelites, you're gonna be paid back. You see. And with that, we'll go ahead and end the lesson. Call Allah Yahweh Shem El Shai, Bashem Makakwadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles, the great millstone who rule well. Peace and blessings and safety. To you, sincere Aki, and push his word in truth and sincerity. To the next time, Shalom.